Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and it is the night of Gogeta and Vegito right here. These units are highly impressive. I'm having trouble thinking of where I'll put them in like the top 4 though. I think at bare minimum, Vegito and Gogeta I believe are the 3rd and 4th best units in the game. They could be even better than Gohan and Goten and Kale and Khalifa, though. I do just need more time with them before I can be sure, right? So with this team, I decided, you know what, let's take the private server to full power, right? Let's go ahead and have a rotation of Vegito and Gogeta just starting out. Boom! Turn 1, like this. And then we'll have our second rotation of the base Gogeta and Vegito. So we'll have 2 rotations, seeing them going sort of max power. I'm actually going to put, I think, Gogeta in the first slot right here. The reason I'm going to do that is because Vegito gets his guaranteed 2 super attacks, right? So I think Vegito is better because of the fact that he does do 2 guaranteed super attacks, whereas Gogeta does a super attack and then a normal, right? Okay, so 3.14 for Gogeta right there. It's going to be interesting to see what Vegito is at, but keep in mind, I know Vegito is going to have a lot, like his, wow, okay. And then there we go. No additional. And then what's Vegito at? 3.11. Okay, yeah. But again, we're not going to see it, but his additional is a guaranteed super. So again, I am pretty confident in saying I do like Vegito better. Now, what's going to be so interesting about this, right? Global. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Okay. So we got Gogeta on this rotation, right? With STR, double STR. Oh, yeah. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. With double STR Cooler around. So Cooler is a support type unit for transformation boost. So Gogeta is indeed getting a support type buff right here from both Coolers. The Coolers, like this team transformation boost, and like Cooler being a support type unit the way he is, like you can build this team in so many different ways and it is going to work good, man. Cooler and these fusions work really well. 3.17. Turn 1. He's not super effective against all types. If we had him in the last slot, he would have the 50% chance to dodge, right? It's just, there's just so much to these cards. Like, there's just so much to them. Okay, let's take a look at the defensive numbers for Vegito and Gogeta right here. Both of them after 1 super attack. Yeah, their numbers are very similar, right? Both are at like 125k-ish. They can go way higher than that because they still have a lot of defense to build on their passive, right? Every time they super, they build up defense. Then when they super attack, they get a 1-turn defensive stack as well. So obviously that will, you know, eventually play out to be very good. I guess I'm just gonna have Gogeta go first. I mean, we're only gonna get the 12 key super attack with him. That's fine. Vegito, you know, again, who I do consider a little bit better, is going to be able to get the 2 super attacks. Because Vegito, I think, is going to be better just, like, offensively and defensively with the 2nd super attack. And then, you know, both super attacks are raising his defense. So, now, I don't know why they did that. I feel like 4.22? Okay. Now, the other thing I do want people to remember about these versions that started blue from the start of the fight is that both base Gogeta and base Vegito stack attack on both 12 and 18 key super attacks for both of them. So, you know, they're going to get stronger. They're going to build up a little bit of an attacking power as they transform into Super Saiyan Blue. Yeah, Vegito is better. Like, you just, like the guaranteed super over the guaranteed normal that Gogeta does, like, it's just Vegito all the way. So, it's just one of those things where if you get double super attacks with Vegito, like okay, so if you get 3 super attacks with Vegito, right, or like, and then you start getting crits and stuff like that, like it's just so much. And then, you know, raising defense with all these, oh, they made some powerful units here, man. I think no matter what, these are going to be 2 of the more fun units in the game. The only thing is that it could be a bit annoying to get their 18 key super attacks, depending upon the situation in like Super Battle Road or Battlefield or something like that. Like getting those super attacks and also even getting them to transform in some stages could be rough. I mean, 4 turns is about the point where even in Super Battle Road, you probably will see the transformation actually take place a lot of the time, right? But, you know, they get 7% attack and defense per attack. You're not going to be able to let that build up very much at all in something like Super Battle Road, right? For the Legendary Goku event, as you're going through and they attack and they attack and they attack and they attack, you know, their attack and defense is great, right? But that's not something you're going to see in every single event. But, like, you know, this Goku, like, he just has no chance. Like, we're just tearing, like, we have both rotations of the Vegito and Gogeta. We're just absolutely obliterating him. And then, remember, they both do have active skill super attacks. Now, I do like the condition for their active skills, by the way. They can only use them when the enemy is under 50% HP, but that's designed to be very, very helpful in, like, Battlefield or Super Battle Road, right? Because in those events, you are going to probably only be able to transform when the enemy is close to dying. So, it's going to be super helpful. Okay, so we'll put Vegito as slot 1 right here. Again, I would like to see what happens if God Goku would super attack after Vegito supers, right? Because that's where he's building up defense at least twice, probably 3 times. I don't know how I would build these guys in the potential system yet either. I think you do definitely want a mix of additionals and crits for Vegito. Crits are obviously so important, but if you could get that 3rd super attack, that's huge. And then Gogeta, right? Keep in mind for him, after he transforms, he's super effective against all types. So at that point, like, crits don't really help that much. But Gogeta is not super effective against all types before he transforms. So that's a very important thing to consider, right? Is that after he transforms, he gains that. But you're going to have at least 1 or 2 turns before he transforms where he isn't super effective against all types. And crits would be very beneficial for him. I mean, crits still do ignore defense. So they'll still add even a little bit of extra damage for like the you know, effective against all types units, but it's not going to be as much as a unit would normally get from, like, crit and stuff like that, right? Okay, so Vegito Vegito is just getting so many more attacks than Gogeta, so we're going to go ahead and have Gogeta get this attack right here and finish off this God Goku. We're going to keep going for a little bit. I'll definitely try and use these active skills. Remember that the active skills should resemble Gohan and Goten's too, where it will count as an attack, so it'll give them the 7% attack and defense and 1 key. Because Gohan and Goten, again, they have that similar same type passive, right, where they're building up, and their active skill does count. So for something like EZ8 or Super Battle Road, that would be very, very helpful, right? Okay. This is kind of a rough rotation, honestly. See, I would like to put one of the Gogetas or Vegitos in the last slot right here to kind of show off the ability they have. So the other thing, too, that's really weird about them is they have abilities as the 3rd attacker in the turn, right? Like, they get a guaranteed super and a high chance to evade enemy attacks as the 3rd attacker in a turn. That's what Blue Gogeta does, right? Then Base Gogeta just gets the high chance to dodge as a 3rd attacker in a turn. Then Blue Vegito gets the guaranteed super and high chance to evade enemy attacks as the 3rd attacker. And then Base Vegito, high chance to evade enemy attacks as a 3rd attacker. So is Gogeta going to work best as a floater? Maybe so, huh? Because if you have Gogeta in slot 1 or 2, he gets a super and then a guaranteed additional normal. But if you have him in slot 3, he's going to get the 2 super attacks like Vegito does. So that's interesting. Like, it's hard. They're really building these teams in a way to where, like, you would think you'd want Gogeta and Vegito on rotation, like, at all times, stuff like that. Would Cooler die here? I think he might, actually. Cooler could be in a little bit of trouble. I'm actually going to go ahead and pop a Whis right here because Cooler, without being transformed, could be in a bit of trouble. Let me see. What is his defense? 100k? Yeah. If Blue Goku had super Cooler there, we could have died. All right, so let's see this turn from Blue Vegito right here. I can't remember if this is the rotation that's been here since the start of the fight, so they've built up more or not. 4.98 with a guaranteed 2nd super attack. It's just so crazy. Because, like, even Gohan and Goten, as good as they are, right? They do not have a guaranteed 2nd super attack. They just have their 2nd super attack. So, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. They are... I have to imagine they're at least better than Gohan and Goten from what I'm seeing. The damage that, like, even Gogeta, the damage Gogeta does is just so high. Like, it's just way too high. Like, I can't, there's no way, like, Vegito is definitely at least the second best unit in the game. Like, I would definitely say he is better than Gohan and Goten, but I don't know. I think. Because, see, the thing about Gohan and Goten is that they don't actually need to like, transform or anything like that, right? Whereas Vegito does, which hurts. I'm gonna go ahead and use Gogeta's full force Kamehameha right here. I don't see any way Goku survives this, but if he does, we'll probably just finish it off with Vegito's final Kamehameha at that point. I mean, we can't do this video without getting the active skills for Gogeta and Vegito in it, right? I mean, their active skills are probably the two best animations in the game. I think this right here is actually the best animation in the game, I think. That's crazy. Okay, so I noticed something as well. If Gogeta is in the first or second slot when you do his active skill, I think his ability activates effective against all types. Because notice he has the arrow pointing up. So if you have him in slot 1 or 2, his effective against all types will activate. So that's very important. Oh, okay, I see. But Gogeta loses the effective against all types as the third attacker and gains the guaranteed super instead. See, I like the guaranteed second super over super effective against all types. For sure, I do. Okay, so this turn right here, right? Let me see. What is Vegito's defense? 183? Dude, he's fine. And then his defense is going to build up. Oh, man. So he's going to take double digits even before he supers, right? Then after he gets either a double or triple super, his defense is going to be... I don't know exactly what the number is, but I would have to guess it's going to be, 230K at least. Probably more like 240 or 250. 4 million on an additional super. That's balanced. Very balanced right there. Yep, there we go. Okay. Again, very balanced. Remember, he does raise attack and defense on his 12 key, so his attack went up right there. And, like, it just instantly incinerates this UI Goku right here. It's so nuts how hard they hit. It's so crazy. This is so crazy how crazy they are. It's just like... they're ludicrous. I think I'm probably just going to do Vegito's final Kamehameha and end it right here. I'll probably later on tonight... I still want to do a video for Trunks and Mai, as well as Bardock and Gine. I think both of those cards are also very, very good. I'm probably going to actually take Vegito Blue and Gogeta Blue through the Legendary Goku event to completion. Like, we'll see how well they go up against even Int UI Goku. But from what I'm seeing, I think these units are incredible for this event. Like, even though Vegito Blue is tech, I don't think he's going to be at risk as much as you'd think against UI Goku. I think he'll be able to block the normal attacks. Super attacks would do 300k plus to him, right? But, he is still type disadvantaged. Like, he can't help that. I think both of these units would count as spectacular in the Legendary Goku event. So, let me know what you guys think so far. I mean, I am pretty stunned at how good they are. I'm actually leaning towards them being the best units in the game. Vegito for sure. I think Vegito is just... I've said it 50 times, but that second guaranteed super in the first or second slot, like, it's just... It gives him so much extra attack and defense. It's just so crazy. Like, because both Gogeta and Vegito raise defense on their 12 key super attack, right? When blue. So Vegito is getting 2 turns that defense raise. So after he supers, he's just good defensively. Like, he'll be fine in every event. Outside of Int UI Goku supering him, he's going to be fine defensively everywhere else in the game. So, like, there's no risk with him. So, again, right now, I think I am leaning towards this bad boy on screen as the best unit in the game. We'll see. Give me a little bit more time. But they made some powerful beasts. That's for damn sure.